Hey fellow travelers, have you felt like me, that tiny little knot in the bottom of your stomach as you watch your suitcase slide down the conveyor belt and wonder, will it be joining me on the other side of the world? Grab a seat, maybe your favorite coffee or drink, and let me tell you a story. Don't leave home without it. Trust me, I have been there more times than I can count. But today, I want to share with you my ultimate travel hack that has completely changed the way I fly, especially on those epic long haul international journeys. I'm talking about 14, 15, 16 hours and longer. I'm about to do a 15-hour flight. I just got done with one earlier this year that was almost 18 hours. Grab a seat, maybe a cup of coffee or your favorite drink, and let me tell you a story that'll make your next trip a whole lot smoother. It all started last summer. Dun dun dun. I'm just kidding. I was gearing up for my dream trip to Tokyo, a place I've been longing to go since I was a kid, really. I love the culture and I love the sushi, but I love traveling around the world. But this was one of those special times. My bags were packed, and of course to the brim, because you always are wondering, like, especially on first time trips or new trips, what you're gonna need. And there were gadgets and all my cameras and all my gear and all the things to make you comfortable. That drone I just had to have, which, by the way, got amazing drone shots. I'll put one right here. And then your thought is, what if my luggage doesn't make it? What if all those treasures and clothes and things I really need, like my scuba gear, doesn't make it, goes missing? Have you ever had that thought or had that happen? Then I started searching for a way to secure myself, because what am I here? I'm a researcher. I find all the things, or try to find all the things. I mean, you always come up new things every time you go, but I try to get all the details in so we go prepared. I found AirTags. You might use Tile. I used Tile for a long time, but AirTags that Apple came out with are just a lot better, more efficient, and have a broader reach. You can actually find your stuff. This tiny, unassumable, but oh so powerful gadget is a must-have. A friend said, switch from Tile, go to Apple AirTags, you'll thank me later. And I said, why not give it a try? So I slipped one into my check bag, into my carry-on, into my backpack, and I carry a travel wallet with my passports and stuff and money. I put one in there, and I also put one in my Bluetooth headphones, my Bose headphones, and my Apple AirPod Maxes. Just don't want to lose something or forget it. Want to better track it. The beautiful thing is you can go on your phone to my Find Me app, and you can see all your stuff, where it is, where it's been. It's really, really cool. So little did I know that this small little decision would potentially save me from a travel nightmare. Fast forward to my layover in San Francisco. I'm relaxing, chilling out, scrolling through my social media, and I thought, let me just check on my luggage just for the fun of it. To my horror, to my surprise, my luggage was still in Chicago. Yup, it had missed my flight. But instead of panicking, I felt oddly calm. Why? Because I knew exactly where it was and could take action. I headed right over to the desk. I was able to show them right where it was, what it was, and they rerouted it immediately. In less than 24 hours, it was delivered right to my hotel in Tokyo. No frantic calls, no endless waiting at baggage claim, wondering what's happened. Crisis averted. Adventure continued. A little side note here, because this is a tips channel. If you do ever have this happen and you need to go buy things, the airline has to reimburse you. Don't sign anything unless you read all that and get that negotiated up front. You can buy clothes, you can buy shirts. Also, if you use any of my credit card tips like Amex Gold, Amex Platinum, some Chase cards, they offer you protection to reimburse you for this kind of thing too. So I'll do a whole video on that, but I just want to do a side note on that to help you out. But the whole point of this is, You always know where it is, you know it's not lost, and you can find it. That's when I realized that these AirTags are not just tiny little gadgets, they're travel essentials. Ever since, I have never ever leave home without them. I got them for my entire family. My mom kept losing her keys. I got one for her keys. She loves it because she just hit the button or ask Siri to find it and it starts dinging. When you lose one, you can mark it as like lost and it'll start looking for it. So it goes through the network of iPhones. So if an iPhone is close by it, it'll ding it and give it its location and then come back to you where it is. You can also play a sound, like if you lost your keys or your wallet or something. So you can just click play sound. And it'll play that little sound until you find it. The batteries last, for me, over a year. But I always check them before I go on a trip because I was on a trip earlier this year in Bali and one of them was almost dead and went dead. So I had to like swap out a less non-essential for the checked luggage and just make sure it was covered. Let's dive deeper into why these little devices are a game changer for you. First off, Apple AirTags tap into Apple's massive Find My network. They have a Find My app that keeps track of all your stuff, even your phone and stuff, which means millions of devices around the world are keeping track of your stuff. And you're helping others keep track of theirs. Even if your bag, which has happened to some friends, is halfway around the world, because you have an AirTag in your bag, if an iPhone is close to it, it will get a location and send it to you so you know exactly the time, date, where it is at that moment. It's like having a personal satellite tracking system, but without the price tag. One time I left my phone in an Uber in Dubai. I had two phones, a work phone and my personal phone, and I just got out. We were tired and I left one of them that was still on Verizon, so I turned off the cell service, all that stuff. So I only had Bluetooth on and Wi-Fi. And it still worked. I did the Find Me, and it would, like, every time I got close to an iPhone, it would track it. So we were able to see where the Uber was going because there's no way to call him. I jumped in a taxi with her and we spent like 2 hours chasing this Uber down. Little did I know Dubai is so safe and they had to, find the device, turn it back in. You can go to the police station and get it. We finally got a hold of him and stopped at a gas station. I got my phone back and he was so mortified. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have come back to you." But anyways, I've got some stories for you, okay? And of course with Apple devices in general, it's super easy to set up. Some would even say it's easy as pie. All you have to do is there's a little tab that keeps the battery in place. You pull it out and you just bring it close to your iPhone, just like you do with your AirPods or your AirPod Maxes or anything like that. And it'll detect it, it'll let you name it, connect to it, and everything will be good to go. I label mine specifically like check luggage away, check luggage July. Sometimes I'll even put green away, blue July, carry on gray, carry on black, backpack peak, backpack Peter McKinnon, whatever it is. So I'm very specific. I'll even do like travel wallet or Bose headphones or whatever it is, so that I know immediately if it starts notifying me it's missing or gone. If you leave your hotel when you're traveling, it'll notify you on your phone, "Hey, you're far away," just so you know that you might have left something behind. I also put one in my drone, my camera bag, all those things too. Because you never know, if someone takes it, they might not know it's there and you can find it. It's super intuitive and takes less than a minute. It's so simple that even my grandmother and my mom, who are not tech friendly, set these up themselves. Okay, now a really quick, crucial pro tip I want to give you. I've already kind of mentioned this, but always check your AirTags. You can go to my Find Me app on your phone and it'll show you the battery. Check your battery life, especially if you're taking a big international trip. If they're halfway, just go ahead and replace them. You want to make sure that they're fully charged up and can, take a while, because it could take a while to get back to you, especially if it went a whole different direction. I've rarely ever heard of someone just losing their luggage outright. Comment below if you've lost your luggage and never got it back. but I have heard many stories, including mine, where it gets lost for a few days. One time a friend had this exciting trip to South Africa and went a week without her luggage, and she had to go buy, she didn't know that they reimbursed her, so she buy like sparingly stuff and like borrow from friends there. It was just miserable. Expensive big vacation, you need to have your stuff. Don't leave home without it. This little guy runs on a standard CR2032 battery. You can get them on Amazon, you can get them at pretty much anywhere, Target, Walmart. I buy them on Amazon in packs, and they just very easily take 2 fingers and you press down on it and twist it, and it'll pop off, and then you just pop the old battery out, pop the new battery in, and you just get it lined up properly, pretty easy, and then just twist it back up, and then it's nice and solid. And like I said, mine usually lasts a year or longer. It just depends on how much I'm traveling, how much it's pinging, because the more it pings, the more it's draining the battery, especially playing the sound. If you play the sound a lot, the battery's going to go down. Picture this. You just landed in a brand new country, ready to explore, ready to have some fun, ready to go on an adventure, but your luggage doesn't show up at the baggage claim. The carousel keeps going around and around. You keep thinking, they're just late, but you're looking and you see people that were on your plane dwindling away, and you're standing there in that sinking feeling of like, is it coming? But instead of joining that frustrated, panicked crowd that I've seen and witnessed in the lost and found office, the luggage office, you just quietly open your phone, pull up Find My app, and locate your luggage. Armed with this info, you can go in calmly and be nice, because you'll get further that way, and say, this is where my luggage is, can you help me with that? Or sometimes with me, I was at the wrong carousel one time, and it was actually just someone else had pulled it off, one of the attendants, and it was sitting like 2 carousels down, and I was like, oh, I walked down there and there it was. So it's all different kinds of scenarios. This will significantly though speed up the recovery process and make sure you don't really lose it. I don't know if you've ever seen Hope Scope's videos. She's a big YouTuber. She does all these videos on boxes and pallets she buys from this place in Alabama that's basically just where all lost luggage goes. Maybe it didn't have a name tag on it, maybe they had no way of contacting the user, but you should always have a luggage tag, a secure luggage tag on your luggage, especially checked luggage. Has your name, phone number, and address. It's very clearly visible. And I also put one inside, because eventually TSA will open it up, and if they can get that information there, they will. So I always put something inside, especially when I'm traveling international. It says, I've taken videos and pictures of this. If anything's stolen, I will report it. And then I put my name and my phone number and my email address, because that's a whole nother video, okay? But you want to just make sure that if anybody opens that up, they can get to you and they understand you are aware of what's going on. I guess that's another pro tip. Take pictures and videos of what's in your suitcase. What I'm about here and what this is about is making sure that you're empowered, that you can control what you can control. Once that plane door is closed, that you have control of what you can control, which is, I bought my own water. I got my own big water. I got my own snacks. I got my own headphones. I got my own entertainment here, whether it's music or podcasts or books or movies or TV shows, whatever it is. I have my own devices that are charged up, because you lose control of so much when that plane door closes, or even when you get on the plane, because a lot of times there's turbulence. There's all kinds of things that happen. They can't serve you. They can't, the Wi-Fi goes down, the entertainment system goes down. So much happens, right? So what I'm here in this channel about, your entire trip, vacation, flight, cruise, whatever it is to give you tips, pro tips from years and years of traveling and learning the hard way, to make your life less stressful, worry-free, even seamless. I'm building out these ultimate travel guides with all the details day by day, where to stay, where to eat, where to see, all the things that you don't have to think about anymore. That is what this channel is about. And that's what I'm doing here, is making sure that even if something like this happens, it doesn't derail your trip. You know where it is. You're confident about it. You know the airline's going to get it for you. They know where it is now. And you can just go on and enjoy your trip. Sound good? Hit the subscribe button if you want more tips like that and more tips like this. That is what I'm all about here. I'm trying to help you have an amazing adventure. You worked too daggum hard for that money, and you worked too hard to plan that trip for your whole family or for you, for your couple, solo traveler, whatever it is. You need to go and experience the fullness of that and not come back. Like, I've seen so many people, even family members, that just don't ask me. They just go without asking me, and then I find out later, and then they're like, oh, the food sucked, or this sucked. One of my family members went to Italy, and they came back, and they were like, the pizza sucked, the food sucked, and I was like, what? And I found out they ate at all the touristy spots, which is like microwave crap. And Italy has some of the best food in the world. So that is what I'm trying to help you with here. It's not just about lost luggage, though. AirTags bring a sense of security, a sense of peace that's hard to put a price tag on. They let you focus on the adventure ahead, not on those nagging what ifs that can so easily cloud your entire travel experience. Arriving refreshed, stress-free, with all your belongings can set the tone for the entire trip. Trust me, starting your trip on a high note makes everything that follows more enjoyable. These aren't just little gadgets. They're companions that enhance your travel experience, providing you peace of mind and comfort. Because at the end of the day, traveling is about embracing new experiences, cultures, and moments that stay with you long after you've returned home. The last thing you want is unnecessary stress over lost luggage or dead batteries stealing that joy away, right? So let's be safe and not sorry. Equip yourself with the tools that let you focus on what really matters. The adventure. Trust me, your future self will thank you, and you might thank me too. Thank you for joining me on this little journey. If you found these tips helpful, please smash that like button and the subscribe button. Become part of the Zackus Nation. It's free to do so, cancel anytime. Would love to have you part of the family here. You'll get notified first when I put up videos like this and so much more. I just love helping you guys travel and give you tips on how to travel more like a pro, and things to just watch out for so your trip is so much more enjoyable. Also, if you want to share this video with your other travel friends that love to travel and wanderlust. Drop a comment below about your travel hack, what you think, any questions you have. I'm always down there, love talking to you guys, and love hearing from you. Safe travels, keep exploring, and I'll see you on the next flight. Peace. Be sure and check out this video, you're gonna love it. It'll help you too. Thank you for watching.